Welcome one and all wherever you may be. Some rain a little earlier, but we're happy to report that we will have play. South Africa against England in the second Momentum One-Day International, coming to you live from Hollywood Bet's Kingsmead in Durban. A few are in, and there are some who've been waiting patiently since the scheduled start and waiting in hope as well. A good thing that they've waited, a good thing that you're here to join us as well. We hope that the contest will be a good one between these two sides. A good one for South Africa in game number one when they won quite comfortably in Cape Town.
Today, South Africa and England in the second of the Momentum One-Day Internationals. England one down in the series. Remember, England world champions. That was a real scalp for Quinton de Kock's team the other night. Really exciting performance, particularly from de Kock himself. First time as officially made captain. Also from Themba Bavuma, played a beautiful innings. I have to say there was a lot to admire about South Africa's cricket in Cape Town. A lot of energy in the field, not without the occasional mistake, but as I say, a lot of energy. And you sense that enthusiasm rubbed off everywhere you turned. We've got revised playing conditions. The match, they've lost 5 overs per team after this amazing amount of rain here. It's a relief we've got going at all. Credit to the ground staff for that. So the power play overs 1 to 9, 10 to 36 and 37 to 45. I don't think it'll change the players' approach much. 45 overs is against 50 overs. Pitch looks pretty good. England chose to bowl first. You'd expect them to. They quite like to bowl first, actually, and with the amount of rain that's been around, you wouldn't be surprised to see the ball do a little bit. I watched them practice about half an hour ago, and it swung a little in practice. There are the sides. Beyond fortune coming into the side for the South Africans, but England unchanged. There is definitely a sense that both sides are looking at players. That yes, one eye is on this game, but that the T20 World Cup is the end game as you look into the months of September and October. You want to know where you are for that tournament that will take place in Australia. A remarkable record for Quinton de Kock, averaging 45.5, strike rate of 95 with 1,500 and 24 50s. It's one of the most terrific performances ever in the history of the one-day game. And he's still out there to, well, he's barely halfway through his career, ready to entertain us. Risa Hendricks, very gifted player. The figures don't tell us that, but believe me, he's a lovely stroke maker. What he needs is the self-belief that comes from a good innings, time spent at the crease, and then he can unfurl those strokes with a sense of permanence, a sense of belonging to the moment in the team. I'm sure the crowd will get bigger as the afternoon wears on. Okay, Quinton de Kock to face Chris Wokes. Well, it was all about the line. That's all any batsman knew out there, trying to line everything up. Just drawn a little bit into that excellent line. Ball pitching on and going with the angle across de Kock.
That's good, eh? Yeah, that's good, yeah. Middle, that's middle. Bottom over, 4.
De Kock's innings the other night was a gem. Played within himself, understood the responsibilities. When you start a period as captain, you're so desperate to start well, it's almost impossible to describe how important it comes to you. And it can make you almost try too hard, but that wasn't the case. There was still a naturalness in his play. As I say, a hint more responsibility. Oh, when I say you're desperate to start well, it applies to any match you play in, and that is a pretty ordinary bit of fielding. It's just what you're trying to do, actually, get the batsman feeling for the ball, off stump and outside. No freebies. Stroke. Yep. And that's how much rain we've had, because that was timed by Quinton de Kock.
Just a push. No more than a push. Times the ball so well, Quinton de Kock.
Let's go, lads. Let's go, boys.
6 without loss.
Just 2 fielders allowed outside the circle, 30-metre circle, for the first 9 overs in the Powerade power play. And in the case of Sam Curran, they're going to be square leg and third man, the 2 men. Curran was the one who did get it to swing a little bit in practice this morning. I say this morning, just about an hour ago. So we shall see. Left arm over the wicket.
Well, he got a bit there, but just started on the wrong line. Don't think he was too perturbed by bowling that wide, though. At least he knows that the ball will swing. For how long? Not too sure, but he usually swings the branded new ball.
One of the things that I really like about Risa Hendricks is the amount of the face of the bat he gets onto the ball. Very rare do you see the bat turn in his hands. Excellent. Well, it certainly looks a good pitch. Whether it'll be as slow as some of the pitches we've seen in Durban of late remains to be seen. The new ball seems to be coming on okay. They've been able to drive it. The outfield's slow because of all the rain. Not a lot of grass on it. Sean Pollock was explaining to me the different grasses that have been used here and the different effects that they have had. Very little grass on this. In fact, the areas where there are no grass are quite shiny. Michael will well remember those pitches in the Caribbean that were almost polished by the roller.
Sabina Park in particular, many years ago, 3 decades ago. You'd have to go back that far, to be honest.
It's disappointing that we can.
You say you like Risa Hendricks, Mark. You know, when teams lose top-class players, the Amlas and the Faf du Plessis, when he goes as he is intimating it won't be too long. I think someone like Risa Hendricks, Peter Malan, those guys look as if they can be successful players for South Africa. Just a matter of them coming to fruition, not just showing ability, but actually producing. And I see no reason why people like that should not produce. Just like Van der Dusen, he came in late in the long form of the game, and he has already shown that he's capable of producing at that level. These guys can go on.
Here, here. Well, so much of it is temperament. Test for England 2 today. Having lost the first game, it's 11 for no wicket. They only changed the side beyond 14 coming into the team. Fortain, I should say. Fortain, of course. Fortain. Apologies to Bjorn's family.
Yes, Dan. Yes, Dennis. Nice, Dan. Nice, Val.
He's replacing Lungi and Gidi. Buren Hendricks. The one I want to talk about there, Tabraiz Shamsi, we took a bit of time to get to him. I thought he bowled really well the other night. And I also think that his enthusiasm rubbed off on everybody else. He's like a little ball of electricity whizzing around the field, getting involved. When he takes a wicket, it's the most important thing he's ever done. And he's had a haircut.
Well, he's certainly eager to please. He was out of the team for quite some time. Imran Tahir being the #1 spinner. Now that he has made the final 11, he has looked impressive. And in that interview with Mike Hazeman before the game started, he said that he wants to learn, and the best place to learn is out in the middle. When he makes mistakes in the middle, this was his bowling, fantastic catch by Babuma. When he makes mistakes in the middle, it's a lot better to be still out there and to be able to correct those mistakes. That pitch offered a bit of turn, didn't it?
Well, once again, rather as in Cape Town, it doesn't seem as if there's any seam movement out there, and actually we haven't seen the ball swing. So it may well be a game for batsmen. Tidy stuff from Chris Wokes. It's 14 for no wicket. Here's Curran.
That was a bit of good fortune that the ball went directly to the man at short fine leg. Certainly don't want to be bowling that leg stump line.
Yeah, there you go. That's a wonderful shot. An object lesson. Making sure you find the gap, just time it, place it, and win the little battle.
Some of the shots that you see from these guys, There's absolutely no reason why they should not be successful in both forms of the game, the short form and the long form. Not looking to swing that delivery at all, because the seam was scrambled.
Almost like he was trying to bowl a cutter, wasn't it? The way the ball rotated on its axis. Good stop. Important stop. Chris Jordan's a superb fielder. As good a catcher of the ball as you'll see.
And that's why it was a bit of a surprise when that ball passed him at Cape Town in the first ODI. Someone blasted the ball past him. It went quickly. He usually manages to get something on the ball.
Well, Michael's point's dead right. You know, these guys have so much ability. These strokes, they take a lot of learning, making, executing. Really hope. Easy, Tiger. I really hope this guy goes on to great things. I think he's a wonderful natural batsman. He's found another gap. Gosh, when you watch him, it's a reminder of how much of this game is about confidence. When you've got it, all things are possible. 25 for no wicket. Well, another nice start by South Africa, playing with great confidence. 25 on the board from 4 overs. Remember, we're reduced to 45 aside after a lot of rain. When we all arrived here yesterday evening, it was hammering down, and so too this morning when we awoke. Bit of an echo to the stadium at the moment. Disappointing to see not much more than a sprinkling of spectators. As I say, as I said earlier, I really hope that people come down after work and after school, now that they are playing, and pray that the weather keeps clear.
Well, Owen Morgan and perhaps Chris Wokes as well identified pretty quickly that there is no need for 2 slip fielders. One has disappeared. He started with just 1 for Curran, but Wokes had 2. Ball is coming on quite nicely to the bat and not a lot of lateral movement.
Oh, and there is the second slip. No, he made that. He's made that. England know it. I just think with the new ball, second slip's your man. Slowest pitch. Opportunities gone begging. Horses bolted, all that stuff.
Yeah, second slip could have had a chance there. A bit wide, but he would have had a chance of diving to his left, perhaps. But nothing had been happening. Oh, safely home, even if he had taken off the bails. You can see the bat is over the line. So even if he did take the bails off, he would have been safe.
Cross with himself. The other night that didn't happen at all. There was such a calmness to his batting. He didn't look to force strokes. Seemed to slide in and out of them. Just wanted to get at that ball a bit early, and that's why he lost his shape and skewed it to mid-on. Those areas just off the edge of the square are just not so much soggy, but they're soft. Taking a lot of pace out of the ball as it's beginning its journey past the fielder. There, those areas where that bounced second time.
Over.
29 for no wicket. Right, well, Joe Root, early doors. We've only had the 5 overs. I don't know the thinking behind that with the brand new ball. Maybe that it'll skid. Root likes to get his arm a bit low and fire them in. Get it wicket to wicket. Can't believe it'll spin. We shall see.
Just behind.
Very smart. Haircut. Got rid of the beard. He's gone from being a Glastonbury regular to an accountant in the space of a couple of days.
Still only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle, of course, and both of them are on the onside, deep mid-wicket and the long on. So easy singles in that direction. I think that field would be appropriate if the ball was turning to try and get the batsman to play towards that empty area. Thereby you'll be playing against the spin. There's another easy single.
He might be better actually.
Pitch looks as if it comes onto the bat just a tad more than the Cape Town pitch did. They're finding it pretty easy to hit any gap they want.
Sock sweep again here then, Ruta. Come on here, Joey.
Bowled him, it does work. It is a skidder, a low arm skidder that does for Quinton de Kock. Owen Morgan gets it right.
And that's the one that they want as early as they possibly can. We saw what he was capable of at Cape Town. He's not trying to turn this ball at all. You can see just skidding on straight onto the mid stump. That's a big wicket, huge wicket. Very disappointed with himself, Quinton de Kock. Just 11 on this occasion, 32 for 1.
Audible sigh around the ground in Cape Town when Temple was LBW for 98. I think the whole country wanted him to get 100, so it wasn't just a sigh at Newlands. What a record in one-day cricket, and what a strike rate.
This ball has pitched well outside the line of off stump, and Quinton de Kock thinks even if it doesn't turn, if it's a straight delivery, I can still cut it through the offside. But it not just didn't turn, it kept on coming in towards him, gave him absolutely no room. That was good bowling.
Down, Ruthie.
Well, Root bowled a few of those in the test match at Port Elizabeth when he bowled so many overs at Quinton de Kock. He clearly thinks it works, and indeed it does. 33 for 1. Guys to come. Smuts bats higher than this in domestic cricket. Vanderdussen, Smuts, Miller. Hope Millie gets going one of these days. He's a sight to see for sure. Fontaine, Hendricks, Sipamla, Shamsi, all key with the ball later today. Well, a hint of movement. The ball doesn't have to straighten much. If you bowl from wicket to wicket, pitch on and straighten the ball to the batsman, it feels like it's shooting away.
Very upright seam, and you can see when it hits the seam, it just straightens. So gets close to the stumps at times, but not all the time.
A bit more hustle from England out in the middle. I like the way the weather's closing in on us a bit, though. Tom Banton there, a new face, not just to South African fans either. Exciting young player from Somerset. It's perfect. There's no other way of describing that.
Lots of times you'll see batsmen play some good-looking strokes and they get nothing because it goes to the field or it goes close enough to the fielder for him to cut it off. Not when this man plays his shots. But that's the last we'll see of him for the time being. Here comes the rain again.
Well, South Africa have had the better of the early exchanges. 38 for 1. De Kock undone by Root, but Hendricks in fine form, 24 from just 20 balls. Bavuma's only just got out there. Well, there's the end of Quinton de Kock. Root given the ball to bowl the 6th over of the innings. Coming round the wicket, firing it in there from that lowish arm, skidding it through the attempted cut stroke, something that de Kock might care to think about, because it's clearly a plan. That's why he was brought into the attack. So full marks to England. So the frustration here is frustration everywhere. I'm sure if you're sitting at home, you're also disappointed like us. 38 for 1. We've had 6 overs and 3 balls. And we have rain in Durban, exactly as forecast, I have to say. We're going to take you back to the studio, to other programming, but as soon as we have any news or cricket, we'll be back here at Kingsmead.
Welcome back to Hollywood Bets Kingsmead, where we have got some good news for you. We've got the second Momentum One Day International underway. Now, we've had 3 hours lost due to rain, so it has been a shortened game. It is going to be 26 overs per team, so this is bound to be quite a bit of fun. Now, here's the revised playing conditions. Power play is overs 1 to 5, power play 2, 6 to 21, power play 3, 22 to 26. So just to recap, the match has been reduced to 26 overs per side. And we are underway, which is good news. The umpires have been out there a couple of times. We weren't too far away from play starting, but then the rain came down again. But it looks pretty good at the moment. And we are keeping our fingers crossed that we are going to be good for the rest of the evening. Now, South Africa are 38 for 1, 6 overs and 3 balls. So I guess they're behind the 8 ball just a little bit. Not penalised by a dramatic amount because their run rate has been 5.85, so that's okay, and have only lost the 1 wicket. Hendricks is on strike. Straight away to the sweep on the offside. David Lloyd is alongside me. Good evening, David.
Yeah, everybody's been really patient here. Clouds have rolled through and it still looks a bit filthy. Thankfully we've got cricket. 38 on the board might be an advantage to South Africa, but England winning the toss, knowing that this rain was around, elected to bowl first. Sultry conditions, but the ball hasn't moved at all.
Bavuma now on strike. Wept away on the onside, nice and positive since he's arrived. They're going to scamper back for 2.
And it looks a wet outfield, a damp outfield, so the ball's not travelling. Lots of running for the batsman. These guys have worked hard to get the pitch They can't help the rain, it's nothing to do with them. And South Africa would like de Kock still to be there, he isn't.
Yeah, that would be the ideal situation, but it's not to be. But the ground staff have done a wonderful job. Well done to those guys. They've exhausted one now, I reckon. They're really hard work. Would have started yesterday afternoon. Wokes, of course, is bowling. That one just going past the outside edge. Slight little fumble. Scamper through for one. So 7 overs gone now. 42 for one. Van der Dussen to come. JJ Smuts. And then, of course, David Miller, who in these sort of situations can be absolutely devastating. He's at home too. Once one, not there.
Very much on the players here. The South African batsmen with this reduced game have got to kick on. They've got 9 wickets to play. Change of bowling, Tom Curran into the attack. I mentioned it's not swung at all, it's extraordinary. These white cricket balls, you get conditions like this, a bit of dampness, sultry conditions, overcast. It's not swung.
And as you will remember, David, they used to swing. These white ones used to hoop around. That's past the outside edge.
All cricket followers would remember the time when a number of international bowlers couldn't bowl with the new ball. They came on first and second change. We don't really talk about swing bowling, but here we are. It looks a decent pitch now. It might just skid on. No real pace there.
Yeah, you mentioned the damp outfield. That's going to hinder England a little bit, but there's no doubt the ball coming on a little bit to the batsman is going to assist. It was pretty good before. Was a little bit on the slow side for this venue. This is good bowling so far from Tom Curran.
Well, you get into this situation as a bowling side, and particularly the quicker bowlers, dot balls are absolute key. And I'm looking at the offside field. They're in really tight, putting the pressure on the batsman. Keep it tight. Don't let them drop the ball just into that offside and take the single.
Which is often Bavuma's game. He just likes to drop and run. Tried it a couple of times. Has been sent back by Hendricks in this over. 3 dot balls to start. Oh, he's had a whip at that, and that's gone for 6. That is a beauty from Bavuma.
Right, we've started. Here we go. This is a cracking shot. It's a length delivery. The pros say don't bowl length. That's right in the slot. I know a good slot when I see one. That's right in it. Whipped away leg side.
Good catch too in the crowd. Tried to dip that one over the top of cover as well. There's the gentleman that took the catch. He's all smiles. Fine stroke by Bavuma. The one scoring shot in this over so far. Now they like that. The English players have gone up, maybe just sliding down the leg side. That's what Alim Dar also just intimated as well. They can have the one review. Owen Morgan's not too interested in that. End of the over, 8 gone, 48 for 1.
Good finish for Curran to the over. Got pumped over mid-wicket for a 6. Still talking about this LBW. England didn't review. Leg side, I think. I'm going leg side.
Snap, I'm with you. We had a couple of venues throughout the summer where height was always something that comes into consideration from the seamers. It's not the case here in Durban. This will be quite interesting. This will be a bit of a challenge for Matt Parkinson.
We expecting more, Andy?
He will feel he's in the game though. These boys that bowl this wrist spin, they are always in the game in these sort of situations when quick runs are needed.
Well, they got a bit of tap in the first one-day international. South Africa winning that. And they'll certainly fancy him again here.
long off in position, no long on. Oh, it's gone through everybody. That's going to run away. Outfield is on the slow side. We saw that from ball one today. Just to cut with the result.
Well, that's a real good start from Parkinson. Has it hit anything at all? He's just drifted in there. He's just beat everything.
No signal at all. Must have been a faint little tap.
Well done, Parky. Nice Parky boy.
No problem there from Parkinson. There's confirmation, the spike. Good stuff from Parkinson.
Good, Maddie.
Rainey. Well, it looks like rain as well. Now then, will he stay out?
He's eyeing that area wide mid-on. A little bit flat at that time from Parkinson. The umpires will try and stay out as long as they possibly can.
You mentioned a little bit flatter from Parkinson. There's a lot of talk, but does he need to ball it in Test match cricket a little bit quicker, just a touch quicker? Oh, he's feeling the rain, look.
Got to be hard for him now to grip this ball, Parkinson. Doing a good job, though.
Yes, Bance.
They'll look to come back for two. No, it's just the one. It's not heavy rain at the moment, it's just light drizzle, very light drizzle. Might have just eased off a bit, actually. Ground staff are at the ready. They're thinking, oh, not again. That'll be called a wide.
Lakeside is well protected. Deep backward square, deep mid-wicket, deep long on.
Yeah, both have gone back straight as well, long on, long off. Oh, it's nicely bowled. That's really good stuff from Parkinson. That's a really good first over from him. 54 for 1.
The captaincy will really come into this for both sides. Spinners for England and South Africa will find it difficult. The ball will be quite hard to grip and to spin. 54 for 1, 9 overs, 6 and over so far.
Just a quick dip into the projected scores. Current rate 156. 8 and over takes them up to the 190 mark. That'll be some going. But 9 wickets in hand. Tom Curran again. Sweeper's quick. That's really good work off the fence.
Well, fielding will be so important here. Slippery conditions. And the batsman looking to put fielders under pressure.
So the run rate overall has been bang on 6. It's been close to that throughout the entire innings for South Africa so far. It's had a slap at that. That's gone over the top. It's going to plug a little bit. Has it got enough to go? No, it hasn't. End result is going to be 3. Bavuma's quick, and so is Hendricks.
I thought he clattered that. Looks as if it's a slow delivery, side of the hand, pace off, back of the hand.
That is ridiculous skill. These guys are so good these days at the variations they bowl. He was determined, I think, to look for a drive anyway, and then spotted that and went over the top, kept going with it. So here's a chance for South Africa to turn this into a big over. 5 from it, 3 balls gone. Mid-off and mid-on are in their standard spots. No one's deep straight. Fine leg in position. Man going at cow corner now, which means fine leg's got to come inside the circle. 3 on the fence on the leg side, 1 on the offside. On the splice, just 1.
4 deliveries in this 10th over. South Africa scored off every ball. So important, these reduced matches, that you look to score every delivery. And then dot balls are gold for the fielding side. Difficult to grip this ball.
And this is where it's every ball the field changes. Captain has now asked cow corner to come in, and third man has gone back for Hendricks on strike. Well, that's beautifully bowled. Good stuff from Tom Curran. That can't do much with that one.
Well, it's almost every delivery for captain and bowler to be thinking, well, who's on strike? Do we need to move a fielder? And see, he's moved again, shifted again. Third man comes inside the circle, deep mid-wicket goes out, again protecting that leg side.
There he is, he's just at cow corner there, just in this is really good work. Good comeback on that over. In the end, just 7 from it. 61 for 1.
With Parkinson again. We've seen Root, just that 1 over. Well, a golden wicket there. Quinton de Kock for Joe Root. 2 good overs from Tom Curran.
Seamers are going to be really important in this game tonight because of the fact the spinners are going to struggle gripping the ball, I think. It's nicely played on the bounce down to Chris Jordan. Beautifully fielded too.
Jordan. So England have another bowler, Jordan. Might leave him to the end.
He's really tidy at the death, Chris Jordan. South Africa have got 3 spinners actually left out in Gidi and picked a spinner.
Yes, Bance.
Which is now an interesting selection with these wet balls and the weather conditions.
Well, they've looked a couple of times, South Africa, just to dink the ball leg side and get 2. They're just getting singles.
They're just over the halfway mark. In fact, not quite at the halfway mark.
Brilliant,
getting towards the halfway mark. In case you're just joining us, it is 26 overs per side.
How's your arithmetic?
Yeah, no, it wasn't that great back in Adelaide. What's an over or 2 between friends, Bumble? Down the ground, and that is straight. Like a frozen rope, that shot. Superbly played by Babuma.
Super play. Quick footwork.
All good here, lads, all good.
Hits it dead straight. 2 fielders at long on, long off.
Good parking.
Hits it dead straight. Lovely shot.
So he's gone to 20, 15 balls. Here's what he has faced up until now. It's a terrific shot. Clever, just 1. So 8 from this over, 1 ball remaining. Can they get a boundary off the last ball? They do need to step on it just a fraction, I think, South Africa. Another look at that straight hit from Babuma.
Good.
A bit of ease onto the onside. Makes it 9 off the over. 70 for 1.
Well, that's okay there from Parkinson. He's gone for 9, went for a boundary. African batting side get a boundary every over, score off every delivery, you're going 9s, 10s. Umpires have got together. I think we're okay.
8 and over to 190. Maintained the projected scores we were talking about earlier, going at just over the 6 per over mark. Chris Jordan now into the attack. This is the sort of game that he loves, Chris Jordan. Outstanding off his own bowling, we know that. He's a specialist on the Yorkers, has variety.
You get variety from Jordan, also a bit of pace. He's probably the quickest bowler on both teams. Umpires did have a look, they just had a check. Weather's just about holding.
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed for this. Looks like that rain is okay at the moment. Looks like it's eased off. Big shot from Jordan. He liked it, I think, also just going down leg side a little bit. What does the captain want to do? That's the important thing. He wants to have another look. Righto, send it upstairs and have a look. They're allowed one successful review. That'll be the first box to tick. That's fine. Not too much bounce at Kingsmead. Going down the leg side a little bit. Was there a bit of connection with the willow going down the leg side? We'll have a closer look with a couple of tools. Nothing with the bat. It was given not out, remember. See that stump just behind him. Ball tracking, what does that tell us? They like it. England like that one. That's a good review. Up goes the finger. And rain as well.
Well, it's dramatic here at Kingsmead. England looked dismayed. Good review. And it was Bairstow who reviewed it straight away. The bad news is that the rain's about to fall.
Gee, that's disappointing. All the time they were off the park now will mean the overs will be cut into again. 20 overs a-side is what constitutes a match. So we haven't got too many overs, too much time that we can play with. Now the players are in no hurry to go off. A couple of them looking towards the heavens. Another look at the review. And there's the 3 reds. And the delight from the English team. Good review. They've got their system worked out. Owen Morgan came running in and wanted to know the information from his players. He was given the right information, and it was successful in the end.
So how many covers? There's one on the pitch, plastic cover. I'm just looking at the ground staff who are bringing the bigger covers out. Umpires are still out there. England are wandering off. It's not absolutely pouring down. 2 wickets down, South Africa. 71 for 2.
And they're going nowhere. The umpires, by the way, are also out in the middle. They're not moving either. Just got one umbrella amongst 3, and just one person is using that umbrella. The umpires, the other 2 are not too bothered at this stage. Sean George looks okay. Looks like the drizzle has continued, but it's very light. England want to get back out there. As you'd imagine, they picked up an important wicket. They want to get out there again. Rassie van der Dussen is the next man in with the pads on.
Well, 71 for 2, 11.2 overs. It was a 26 over a side game. Just, I doubt whether we've lost anything. We might have lost 1. Umpires have stayed out there. It was just a squall shower that came across. Timely wicket. Bavuma LBW to Chris Jordan, 21 from 17. Now, are they going to take this cover off? They've sent the big covers off. There's this plastic sheet over the pitch itself. Now then, lads. Yep, get it off.
Yep, there's the signal. Let's go. The crowd here, by the way, have been really patient at this ground today. They've stuck around. They want to see some cricket. They deserve to see some cricket as well. England players have wasted no time whatsoever. They are striding out. Oh, no. Just as we're about to get going again, there's more rain.
Yeah, and it looks like rain again. It's teasing. Keeping us all on edge. Very frustrating. The batsman has eventually got out to the middle. Just one batsman. No, it's a bit heavier.
Yeah, this doesn't look good. This is also just setting in quite nicely, I think, behind Castle Court. Now, there's Mark Boucher. There he is. I knew he was there somewhere.
When you said that, I thought, well, no wonder they won the first match. They played 12. Don't tell me Graham Smith's next in.
No, he's not, actually. It's Jacques Callis.
Oh, no, come on. Well, if you're playing Callis, you've got to drop 2 out of the originals.
Yeah, this isn't good news now, I'm afraid. It's looking quite heavy, and it's looking very set in around the ground. So these ground staff guys have got to do the hard yards yet again. This has been a bit of a nightmare, I'm afraid, for them. They've been brilliant up until now, really have, and they're out there again doing their stuff. They'll be bringing all the covers out. You can see that in the back there, that's where the bad weather comes from, and you can see that it's getting set in that region as well. It's nice to see. Some of the England players are still out there signing some autographs for some of the youngsters. I think we all remember those days as kids. And a selfie or two. There's the gentleman who's always dressed up as a player. I'm afraid we don't have good news for you. This game has been interrupted continuously through rain. There were a couple of times where we thought we'd get a game underway. We didn't. We got back on again. We tried. Unfortunately, the rain came again, and this was the end of the situation where the umpires and the teams decided that that was it. We weren't going to be able to get back on again to finish this second one-day international, second of 3. But it's worth us just having a look back as to see what happened. Quinton de Kock was the first to go, bowled by Joe Root for not too many this time after his magnificent 100 in the first one. Reza Hendricks not out 35, played really nicely, some lovely crisp shots from Hendricks, and Bavuma was the last to go. If we look at the bowlers, of course, it was a shortened game. Eventually it was down to 26 overs per team. That makes it tough for the bowlers. And Root and Jordan picked up Bavuma in the second ball that he did bowl. So tough for the bowlers in these sort of conditions. But we did have a little bit of fun for a short period of time. But unfortunately, the spectators who stuck it out here did a very good job just making sure they stuck around to the end, and they got the bad news. Anyway, here's a look at what has happened so far and what is going to happen. Of course, the first one in Cape Town was won by South Africa by 7 wickets. No result here. And the second in Durban, and we've got the big one in Johannesburg. It is the pink day. That is a day game, so let's not forget that. It's a day game, not a day-night game. So that is going to be a beauty to watch. Spectators still smiling, which is nice. That's all the action. Until Sunday, we'll see you then.